Welcome back to a new video. So we are still playing the Blue Jays. We are tied for first in AL East. Teams kind of playing better as of late, so we're getting to a couple games. Closest win. Hope it's not picked up too much. Never know. So we have that is going to be kind of a normal lineup. I kind of want to put Chandler Simpson back in off role, but I don't really have a good reason to do that. Nothing really is going that poorly. Did pick up Andrew McCutcheon in the last video. Picked or brought Junior Caminero back up from AAA. So just making some offensive changes, trying to get some offensive sparks and trying to get people into the position they kind of need. Hopefully, Drew here can gets the first out, second out, the third out. Start out with Parker. So 2 out walk. Time for him to get caught stealing second, apparently, because apparently he does not have 31 stolen bases. We have so many between these two guys. It's actually hilarious. Nissan here is second one. Get a 2 out walk, just how we did. That's going to be a really good diving play by our second baseman. Kind of low today. Figured it's, well, sometimes it's not him. Ran low. Follow up that great play by getting a walk to get on base with 1 out. Kyle Manzardo, second out. That pretty well. Not well enough. And catching, but a really clutch home run in the video. It was to put us up 11-10. We have 2 guys on base with 2 outs there with his single. Third out there. Moving on to the next batter. Next inning, Alejandro Kirk is on hit out number 3. So they still don't have a hit, which is a good sign for us. Chris Bassett is 2 walks, strikeouts. He is doing pretty well as well. Gonna cruise through another inning. Still only have 1 hit today. Continuing to deal for another inning without any. Parker is going to first out. Spencer is going to be the second out. And Brandon Lowe is going to get cooked to the third out. Low scoring affair so far. Second walk today. He has 7 strikeouts, which is crazy. There is a single apparently that should be an error. These animations are goofy, but he gets another walk, so he's starting to collapse. Bases loaded with no outs, so they're probably going to get a couple of runs here. He does get a first out of the. He does get the second out. Bo Bichette is up, and he's just going to load the bases and get out of it. So still only giving up 1 hit, walked 2 guys, but he's able to work out of the no out bases loaded jam. So that Cal Manzardo is going to pop out for the first out here. Andrew McCutcheon, breakout. Their only hit today. Caminero with the second at bat, fly out as well. So both pitchers are continuing to do pretty well. We had to throw a lot of pitches the last inning. Give up a leadoff double. Flag Guerrero is going to fly out, which is going to advance the runner. There. With the wrist, apparently we're just going to hit him. Guess that works out. Be out at home, so that works out. 2 outs, 2 guys on first and second. David Snyder is up. He is going to, unfortunately, hit a base hit up the middle, which is going to score the first run of the game. So really, Drew, not doing too bad, but he is starting to kind of collapse here. I still want him to get through this inning, but he's at 89 pitches, and he's starting to really struggle. So unfortunate for us, but we're going to bring in Spencer Howard. He's at 100% energy, and he pitched well the last time, and he continued that trend with the last out there. So we have given up a run, gave up a couple hits. They knocked our starting pitcher out of the game. So not a good inning for us. Still have so little offense, but Jung Ho Lee is slowly changing that with a base hit there with 1 out. Chandler Simpson is going to be out on a fielder's choice, but that means that he's at first. That means he can steal second. He can be afraid to steal third, and he gets thrown out at third. So I guess Alejandro Kirk is a good catcher. Unfortunate we get one out, is up a single, gets the second out, and he gets the third out. So Spencer Howard continues well for us. Parker Meadows is going to start out the inning with a single. We're not learning from our mistakes. We are going to be trying to steal. We are still going to be trying to steal, so we love to see that. A 2-0 count. We're going to make him take another pitch. It's a 2-1 count. Going to ground out there, but it's going to advance the runner. So we have the tying run on third here. Brandon Lowe just has to drive the ball the outfield. So we're going to make him take a pitch, actually. Still there, strike. 2-1 count. Going to ground out, and unfortunately, our guy just decided not to run home, even though it looked like he could have potentially got there. Cal Manzardo is going to do the same exact thing and not score the run. So we get a guy at third base with less than 2 outs, but unfortunately, we have not clutch hitting for our team. But Spencer Howard is going to stay in the game. Outs in a row. We'll walk with 2 outs. Up a single, but get the third out there. So bottom of the eighth here. Andrew McCutcheon's back up. He has 1 hit today. Now he has a walk, so productive day for him. Now, because we are in a latter part of this game, he is our DH, I believe. Going to pinch run for him. We'll look to see who we have. We have Ryan Mountcastle. I forgot that we put him on, traded for him. I believe Brian Rocchio has his pretty. So yeah, same speed as Andrew McCutcheon. So we actually don't have any speed bullpen. I guess Ryan Mountcastle might be the dude throw ins. I guess we throw in him for Andrew McCutcheon, just get a little bit more speed. If that works out well for us here. So he has decent stealing, decent speed, but we're not going to try to steal with him. We're going to hope that Junior comes in clutch. And he does. He hits a single there. Fortunately, it doesn't get past the left fielder, so we still have guys on first and second though with no outs, so we love to see that. Now, part of me wants to let Dylan Dingler swing away. He does have 7 home runs this year, 23 RBIs. Actually, it's a stolen base. Don't remember doing with him. I think the bunting is just such a crapshoot, but striking out's also a crapshoot as well. Jung Ho Lee has a base hit today, which was in his last at bat. He is going to be out on a fielder's choice, though, so we hate to see that. Chandler Simpson has an opportunity to drive in a run here. The guy on third base, guy on first. He is going to get walked, so we have the bases loaded here for Parker Meadows, our best hitter. 313 average, 7 home runs, 27 ribbies, and 32 stolen bases. Will he come up clutch? Nope. Unclutch for him. So plenty of opportunities in this game, even though we've only had 4 hits. Can't really, you know, the team has been put in good spots to get at least a run, and they just haven't been clutch. So Spencer's up here in the bottom of the ninth to get some action going, and he is not heeding to that call. So it looks like we're on pace. Oh no, Brandon Lowe is going to keep this game going. A clutch bottom of the ninth solo home run with 1 out, so the game is actually tied. I was about to say they were going to throw a combined shutout. Cal Manzardo is going to pop out here to be the second out of the inning. And Ryan Mountcastle, who pinched ran for Andrew McCutcheon, is up, and he is going to strike out here swinging. So he might kind of replace Andrew McCutcheon as kind of like our designated DH guy. Spencer Howard's at 41 pitches. We have a guy on second base because of the extra innings. I believe we will just bring in, I guess we can bring in the lefty specialist, our lefty boy. Yeah, because they have a couple lefties coming up, so might be the strat. So they get 1 out there via the bunt, but the guy is advanced to third. So I kind of feel like doing, to be honest. I think we intentionally walk. They pinched it. Now here's the real strat. So we intentionally walk both guys. So it's a risky strategy. And now we're going to bring in the right-handed pitcher to go against the right-handed hitter. And we're just going to hope that it doesn't bite us in the butt. Jesse Winker is up. And he is going to, he walks a guy in. What a dumb way. Did he balk? He hits a guy. Oh gosh. So Kevin Kelly comes in and disappointingly does literally the worst thing. Walks in a run and then actually walks in 2 runs essentially, and that's the first out for us. Second out. So it looks like just our offense did not come up clutch today. Unfortunate for us. And Kevin Kelly was the opposite of clutch. So we needed him to come in and get a couple outs. And he just was not clutch at all. I mean, walking a guy and hitting a guy, just not what you want to see. So unfortunate for him. It's kind of showing us that he is not that guy. Drew pitched a good game. Unfortunately, that 1 run that he gave up was too much. Um, can't do much about that. So I meant to put Ryan Mountcastle in, but I suppose we can leave Andrew McCutcheon in. Why not? We got Taj Bradley in. We're gonna see if we can cook this game. We got through the first inning here. We're gonna go back to the old strat of taking more pitches. I guess it worked out. We, um, taking pitches until 2 strikes. Throw more pitches. Fury trying to do that, so we got him to a full count there. Taking pitches. Do it to 1 strike, I suppose. All right, we get 1 out, 2 outs, 3. Take the first. Take until we get a strike, and then swing away. At least at the very minimum, will allow us to make him throw at least 2 pitches, or at least a pitch, I suppose. Strike. Andrew McCutcheon's starting to play a little bit better. We love to see that. He started out pretty cold. Didn't have any hits for like 6 at bats, but now he's coming up a little bit more clutch. 3-0 count, 3-1 count, and that's going to be a pop out there. So unfortunate for us. Base on balls, gives up a single. Taj gives up his first run, gets a second out, gets a third out. So not the best inning for him. Take until we get to a strike, and we swing away. Does not work. Lee's going to take till he gets a strike, and then get out. Chandler Simpson. 2-1, swings away, and nothing happening. Our offense is really kind of disappointing. We're just not getting anything going offensive wise, and at least that was a quick inning for him. We're taking until we get a strike still. Gotta do something different. Continue with this strategy. Continuing not to work though, but working about as well as our offense did last game. Kind of alternating the pitching there. So Taj pitching pretty solid. Just unfortunately needs someone to do something on offense. Getting into these really nice counts, but oh, there you go. Brian Rocchio got something going. So got the leadoff runner on. Not going to seal with Brian Rocchio. Andrew McCutcheon is going to hit a single as well. So 2 back-to-back singles. Junior Caminero is up. He is still batting really poorly. We're trying to force him to bunt. He unfortunately misses the bunt as a professional athlete. He misses a second bunt as a professional athlete. So bunting continues to, and he strikes out looking. Like, bunting is just a scam on here. It is like, you should be able to at least bunt sometimes. I feel like it's just such a low probability of it actually happening. Very frustrating. Because his bunting rating is not bad. It was 55, which should be good enough to like lay down a sacrifice bunt, but I feel like it's just not very good with that. But we do have the bases loaded here with that walk. With 1 out, Jung Lee is going to take the first pitch ball, the second pitch ball, take a second or a third pitch strike. He's going to take again. It's a 3-1 count. He's going to take again for a full count, and unfortunately, he has to swing away here, and he's going to pop out because he's not clutch, not able to put the ball in play. So he's going to take the first pitch strike. We're going to make him take another pitch and another pitch, and yet another pitch. So it is a 3-1 count. I mean, we're going to make him take again, and he walks him in. So I guess it actually worked out there. Chandler Simpson gets a free RBI there. Since you just walked a guy, we're going to make him throw 2 strikes to us before we swing. And, a grand slam. All right, our offense is coming alive. Parker Meadows is clutch. We'd love to see it. So that's quite awesome. So Kyle Manzardo's up. Now we have a 4-run lead. Now Taj Bradley can relax a little bit. Not too much. Not too much. Got 2 outs there. Got 91 pitches. Let's get one more out. There we go. So bring in a new pitcher. Inning. No! His base is loaded. All right, time for you to come out, Taj. I got all excited. I don't know why I thought Ryan Jeffers was my player, but we have Shane Baz that we could bring in potentially. Abner. I think we give Abner a chance to come in and let this game give up a grand slam. There you go. Bases loaded walk. 2 straight games where we get a bases loaded walk. Love it. Love to see it. All right, so we're just going to continue the strategy of taking until we get a strike. Is a walk for Brandon Lowe. So fielder's choice. Fetchin is up. He take 2 balls in a row, get a strike, and get an out. Junior's out with his embarrassing attempt at bunting his last at bat, which thankfully negatively impact us, but he is going to hit a single here, which would have been nice in his last at bat if he would have done that. Ooh, I have a quarantine message on Microsoft. Oh yeah, that's definitely someone's like Skylar and then a bunch of random letters and stuff. So 2 outs, guy on first and second. Our catcher is up, Xavier Fernandez, and it is time to take a pitch. So we get a strike, so it's a go count, 2-1 count, swinging away, and fortunately with the hitter's count, it's gonna pop out harmlessly to the catcher. Abner still in. Abner is gonna walk a guy on 4 straight pitches. He is going to give up a wild pitch. He's gonna get a first out, second out, and a base hit, but not a run yet. Gonna get out of the inning. So a pretty sloppy inning, but he didn't give up any runs. So we love to see that. They brought in a new pitcher. We're gonna continue the same strategy. Take until we get a strike. Let him swing away. Jung Lee seems to like that strategy for this at bat, where he's gonna hit a leadoff double. Chandler Simpson gonna continue with that. Straight in a row, 3 straight in a row, 3-1 count. We're gonna make him throw another strike, and then we are going to do a hit and run. Does it work? It's a grounder to first base, so he is out, but we do advance the runner, so a productive out by him. Parker Meadows with a grand slam, so he has 4 RBIs on the day, so we'd love to see that. 2-1 count. We're going to make him take another one. 2-2 count. Strikes out swinging. All you had to do is put the ball in play. I feel like that never happens with guys. Like, you have a guy in third base, you just never get those sacrifice flies and stuff. And I feel like if you are changing your approach at the plate, then it would just happen. Okay, walk Kyle Manzardo, Brandon Lowe, continue to cook, make him take a break. He is going to hit a single here, and that's going to get the run in, get guys on first and second, and extend our lead to 6 and get a new in. So we're really putting their bullpen in a bit of a pinch in this game. So I believe the strategy, if we're thinking forward to like the whole series, might be a decent strategy to kind of really put their pitching in a bind. So we will see. So Abner, we're going to see, basically if someone gets on, we're going to take him out. So there we go. Got the first out, so we appreciate that, but not clutch for us. So we are going to bring in Phil. Phil's going to give up a run. Now they get the second out. They give up another run. Love to see it. Walk a guy. So he is collapsing. He comes in, gives up 2 runs. We don't like to see that. Still in. Thought the inning was over. It's now it is though. So Phil comes in. Phil gives up 2 runs. We don't like Phil. Looks like Andrew McCutcheon has a really high bunting rate. Continue our strategy of taking to a strike, then swing, trying to get them to throw as many extra pitches as we can. And is that Xavier, our catcher, going solo opposite field? We'd love to see. No, that was Junior Caminero. I thought that was Xavier Fernandez up. Love to see that. Maybe he's turning a new leaf. He'll hit 250 for us. He's over 200. Xavier Fernandez is not, though. Fernandez definitely base hit there by Jung Ho Lee. One pitch. Boo. I don't know why I made him take 2 strikes, but we have a 3-run lead. Phil is in. Phil gave up 2 runs the last inning. He's already had 20 pitches. Tim Herron, I kind of just want to bring him in. He's at 55 energy, but I mean, time for him to cook. First out. He gets a second out, and he gets a third out, so he doesn't need energy. He is going to come in. He only threw 11 pitches as well, which we'd love to see, so he gets another save. His ERA is quickly dropping down as well, which we'd love to see. Well, videos. So they have Simeon Woods Richardson, very long name, very cool name. This is Shane McCallahan. We are still a game back. I guess the Yankees won yesterday as well. One thing I do want to double check, make sure we generate lineups. Ketchin's been hitting better as of late, so I don't necessarily for that. Do we have anyone that's batting poorly? Kyle Manzardo is batting really poorly, so we're going to drop him out of the lineup for Ryan Mountcastle. Hopefully get a little bit more positivity. Good. Actually, today, Junior Caminero can start to cook, then we're going to have a really good shortstop for a really long time. Need his averages to be up a little bit. Got 1 out here, the guy in scoring position, but we got 2 outs here, and we do get 3 outs. So they do get a hit, they get him in scoring position, but nothing else happens. So there, we're going to continue with strategy. I'm actually curious if I can look. So yeah, we have kind of decimated their bullpen. So they have 3 arms, I guess 4 if you count Ayasker Yano, a crazy name to say. They do have a couple of guys, and it's only the second game in the series, so if we can kind of cook through their bullpen in this game, it could be a good sign for us really kind of blow open the series potentially. Not going to work out so far, but the guy's throwing a lot of strikes, but he does walk this guy. So first pitch ball, second pitch strike, and he's going to hit a base hit there, which is going to score Parker Meadows from second base and is going to keep guys on first and second. So we'd love to see that. More pitches, more runners. We're still third. He does do that. That's first pitch ball, second pitch ball, third pitch strike, and he's going to fly out, which is going to actually tag the runner in. So something we don't see too much, which are certainly glad to see that change there. So 2 runs here in the first inning. He's up at above 20, or he's at 25 pitches, I should say. Here were 2 outs. Mountcastle is going to get a walk here. So their pitcher is really, Simeon is really struggling. Above 30 pitches already in the first inning. And that is going to be it as far as his pitches are. He's going to be close to 40, I would imagine. Well, I guess we'll see in the next inning. Shane McCallahan has a 2-run spot. Hopefully, he is not going to just give it all back there. He's put up 2 hits, but it looks like he's going to work out of that mini jam there. That 37 pitches, so we love to see that. We're going to hopefully get him out of this game really early on. We're just going to make him, yeah. He's not throwing. He's had 3 walks already. 1 inning. I guess an inning if you count this one. So 0-2 count, first out of the inning. First pitch strike, second out of the inning. Throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but then we're getting into good hitter counts. So quicker inning this time, but he still walked a batter, so he's still kind of in amount of pitches. Shane McCallahan is kind of at a decent amount of pitches as well, which looks like this inning is going to help with that number. Already at 51 pitches, so we're going to continue with the strategy of taking until we get to a strike. There's a strike. There's an out. There's a strike. There's a second out. Brandon Lowe is going to take. Take again. Going to be out there. A little bit quicker innings for him. The last 2. Brian Buxton is up. Shane McCallahan has 6 strikeouts already, which is really good. 7 strikeouts now. Ground out there. So now with 2 outs, he's going to get his 8th strikeout of the day. So getting a lot of strikeouts, which we love to see. Ryan Mountcastle's up. 63 pitches. First pitch ball. Second pitch strike. And he's going to strike out swinging there. Andrew McCutcheon is up for the first pitch strike. Going to be the second strikeout in a row. 1-0 count, 1-1 count. He's going to get, I think, another walk. So Simeon is up to 4 walks today. He's at 76 pitches. So he's getting close to having to come out of this game, which we'd love to see. But it's not going to be this inning, only at about 80 pitches. So he should probably come out the next inning, especially because their bullpen's pretty thin. So they're probably pretty likely to continue to push him out for another inning. He's at 81 pitches, so this could be his last inning. We're going to make him throw 2 strikes to all of these batters before we swing. Make sure he's getting as many pitches out as he can. It's going to be a leadoff walk by Jung Ho Lee. Continue to take. Of course, it's 2 straight strikes. And it's going to be a strikeout by Chandler Simpson. At 95 pitches. First pitch ball. Second pitch ball. Third pitch. Fourth. At 99 pitches. Going to strike out as well. Over 100 pitches. We're going to make him throw a strike. 2 strikes, I should say. Get a full count. Hit and run. Are you doing that with 2 outs? You know he's going to be stealing regardless. That's going to be a pop out there. So unfortunate. Jamie Callahan's at 87 pitches. Had 9 strikeouts. Hopefully he can cook through this inning. He gets a walk to start out. First out of the inning. Second out, he's at 11 strikeouts. Gives up an error. Well, not really his fault. Gives up his first run. Oh, Shane, I wanted you to get through 6, but we'll take 5 2/3 productive innings with 11 strikeouts. Unfortunately, Pedro, he's only at 80%. So Shane might be that dude. We brought him back up from AAA as well. And it looks like we are going to get third out of the inning. So they do get a run across, but we still have a 1-run lead. So we are into their bullpen now. I'm curious this strategy. So who did they bring in? They brought in Jorge Alcala. So now they have really just 2, 3. They have 3 guys that are fully fresh. We're going to continue with taking pitches. Taking pitch simulator. A walk here with no outs. We'd love to see that. Ryan Castle is up. He's going to be taking more pitches as well. 3-1 count. 2 straight walks. So he's come in with 2 straight walks. Andrew McCutcheon, we're taking till 2 strikes. Not playing around. The wild pitch too. So a 3-1 count. No outs, guys, on second and third for taken, and that's his 3rd straight walk. So he's come in. He has not gotten an out yet. So we are definitely taking until we get to 2 strikes. So it's a 2-1 count, 2 count. It is going to be just 1 run. I thought we got 2. So he tags up from third base and he's able to score. So we have 2 guys on base still. First and second with 1 out. Dylan Dingler's up. The guy at 22. His walks given up. Locking in for Dylan here, and Dylan has. Oh, you love to see that. Jung Ho Lee is taking pitches as well, so we're gonna probably honestly this pitcher as well. Might be the only inning he's able to get through. If we were able to get another base hit, I think they would have had to take him out of the game. Shane Bay buys first out, the second out. You bring in a new pitcher here. Danny Colombo. Take out Bay Chan. Unfortunately, he's going to ground out. He's getting cold again, but kind of never really expected his average to stay above 300. Parker is going to be taking pitch 1-1. Breakouts. Enter ball. 2 balls. 2-1 count. 2-2 count. 2 breakout looking. Strategy's not working well for that inning, but it is what. Turn to the 8th. Shane Bays is doing Baez, however you say his name. Give up a 2-out single, but he's going to work out of that inning. Brandon Lowe's up. They've brought in Griffin Jacks. They are actually running out of healthy pitchers. They only have 2 guys left. We just need a big inning, which we're going to get him to throw pitches. If we can win this game, using this strategy, it's going to work well for the next game because they're just not, they're gonna have a lot less fresh bullpen arms. So kind of thinking ahead of multiple games. So fielder's choice there. I'm first now. Strikes there. Andrew McCutcheon is Griffin Jacks is better, but we do have him at 16 pitches, so still getting him to throw a lot of pitches and another single here. So the inning is going to continue. Love to see that. So guys on first and second, Dylan Dingler is now on a cold streak. 1-1 count, 2 count. That is going to be it for this. Did get him above 20 pitches. Shane Baez, we're gonna let him just continue. Give him a walk. So I think that is my sign to bring in the gold Tim Herron. He's at 58% energy. He's throwing every day. Gives up a, or no, I thought he gave up a home run. Double play there. So he has 2 outs there. And he is going to get the last out. So he is becoming a lockdown guy, even with 58% energy. So we love to see that. Back to here. So in that game, Shane McCallahan pitched pretty well. All their pitchers actually have a winning record besides Joe Rock, but his ERA is not too bad. Like to see that, even though win losses for starting pitching, big of a deal. Take a quick glance at dudes in A. Crazy that we bring him there. A lot of guys that are kind of go up. A lot of guys. We just have a lot of prospects. I feel like our team should have like the best rated farm system. We're gonna see if we can get something for him. I don't really need anything. Oh my goodness, they're Batman. Honestly, I mean for $10 million, absolutely. Pitching, Abner back to AAA. Batman, Batman. Setup man. I really don't need him to be the like Tim Herron. If he starts to struggle, we got Chapman right there. We really got 3 guys that can fill in that role now. I kind of don't want to punish Tim Herron because he pitched really well in this last couple of games. There's not really big reason. What we can do here is start moving the guy to positions. Learn that since we don't really want to bring him up right away. Same with Trey Morgan. Like we don't need first baseman. Some left field ability at his right field. Let them develop that. That's definitely one strategy you guys are minor leagues, especially obviously position players, but kind of move around to we'll throw him on that. Trey Morgan apparently is still ready to go. We have the ability to drop. We have a lot of catch. Um, so that right there, all that I clicked 2 guys to release, and that shouldn't have had like I did not click a button to release Drew. So this is where we have to take the executive privilege of commissioner mode to fix this problem. I wish you could just immediately like go into this mode and just undo trade. But like the fact that and what you can honestly do unless you really care about this, but so says it's hard for him to get signed, but there's not. Sometimes it's impossible. In that case, you can just clone him. I feel like just going. If he does sign somewhere else, it's really simple. We just put him back on it. But that essentially is what I will ever use commissioner mode for, because you can see there like the game glitched out. So that is something that Out of the Park Baseball needs to fix. Like I clicked two guys in AAA and released them, and it released a random guy from my major league roster. So that is a pretty major flaw. The way to avoid that, which I should have done, is go directly into the AAA roster and do it this way, because that way you don't get that glitch. Unfortunately, that glitch is really annoying. I'll leave commissioner mode on for a little bit, but you can obviously do whatever you want in commissioner mode. Not worried about doing anything crazy to manipulate the system. That's really frustrating because it does that with waiving players, it does that with releasing players, and it's very random. Like it doesn't. It's not always like, oh, it's your best pitcher. It's just a random person, or sometimes it's nobody. Like sometimes nothing happens. So it's very obnoxious, and I mean, that's a pretty normal function that people do. So I would imagine that them fixing it, like they're like, how am I haven't touched Ryan Pepio. So those two players get moved, but then they try to move other players. Another strategy that you can use to avoid that problem. So if I say click these three guys, if I want to move them to high A, I can click circles next to them and then right click them. If you drag people, it's playing Russian roulette with the game just deciding to move random players like Ryan Pepio to I don't even know where down to the Florida League. Like I don't honestly don't know what they're trying to do with that. But with commissioner mode on, you can see with my mouse, I don't use it that much. Like did I click Ryan Pepio? So I guess the circle thing. There's some basic functionality that they need to really improve on because that is a really thing that we have to do. But yeah, I don't know what that's about. But we're gonna end the video here. So I suppose in the next one we'll see and make sure that we get back Russ. And I don't remember what his contract was, but we're gonna leave it at that 18 million. We're not gonna manipulate it that way. That can be my punishment for not going directly to. But it is very annoying because it can mess up your finances and stuff as well when you randomly release a player with a big contract. So that's where if you're working with a really small market team, that could be something where the commissioner mode can allow you to kind of mitigate the game issue with that because it's not, as you can see, it's not something that I did. I didn't click anything with your Rasmussen. I wasn't clicking anything with Ryan Pepio, but the game was convinced that they needed to get rid of those players or move them to instructional ball something. So I don't really know what that it's about, but that's what it that's what I will say with commissioner mode. It is nice, but I wish you could just in commissioner mode, just go to a free agent player and just throw them on your team and not have to worry about waiting for them to sign and going through that process. You should just be able to drag that person and force them to sign essentially. Because you can force trades and stuff, which if some other team were to sign him, then they just force the trade. You don't even have to put anything on the trading thing to get them. We'll get him back. There's no worry about that. It's just really annoying because it's no reason for. But anywho, that's it for now. Talk to you all in the next one. Peace.